Good morning, everybody. Thanks for coming to class. Um, we're going to play with a little bit of a psoas release today, and it's going to be kind of slow moving. So, want to make sure you're warm where you are. Those of you who've been following the last four classes know that I have been dizzy. I've had a little vertigo. So still keeping it a little bit slower, a little bit closer to the floor while we work. So we're going to start on the floor. Keep a strap near you. I don't think we're going to need it for this work. And only if you want. If you happen to have socks on, um, that will be great. You don't need them. Or you can take your mat and just kind of flip the bottom end away so that you can kind of slide your feet or your legs for a certain thing we're going to do. If neither one of those work, you'll just work it out on your yoga mat, kind of that thing. All right, so let's come on down all the way down to the floor. You can place your feet on the floor or you can straighten the legs and place your hands on your belly from kind of one side to the other, not up and down, so that maybe your fingers are touching. Just the tips of your index finger, maybe your middle fingers. And soften the shoulders. The elbows are down on the floor. And start just a simple, easy breathing. As you inhale, the belly will fill out toward the ceiling. Maybe those fingertips separate a little bit. And as you exhale, the belly tones in and draws in and up toward the ribs. But no force to start, no real push. Just finding this nice, purposeful belly breath, inhaling and exhaling. And notice the rise and fall of your belly, how the belly expands out and then softens in. And maybe notice how your body is feeling. If your lower back is chatty, just bend those knees, put the feet back on the floor. Deep breath. As you exhale, belly draws in. And then bend the knees if the legs are straight. Place your feet on the floor. As you inhale, we're going to do a pelvic tilt. So as you inhale, you're going to deepen the arch in your low back. The hips stay down. And as you exhale, you tone in through the belly, flatten your back, tuck your pelvis. Good. And then slow inhale, reaching with the belly, arching the back. Don't overdo it, everyone. Exhaling. Good. So at your own pace, I want you to continue this motion, arching and then tucking and flattening the back, keeping the hips on the floor, pelvic tilts and tucks. But work with the breath. Don't forget the breath here. Inhaling as the belly rises. Exhaling as it flattens. Good. Few more. And then come to a nice neutral spine. What does that mean? That means you have a nice natural curve in your lower back. You're resting on the center line of your sacrum. You can put a hand underneath your back or a few blueberries underneath there, whatever feels right and normal for you. The hands can stay on the belly unless they get in your way. Left foot stays on the floor. And as you exhale, you're going to bring your right knee to your chest and flatten that side of your back. And then inhale, just tip the toe back to the floor. And you've got an arch. Good. Exhale, the knee comes in toward chest. It does not have to go that far. Inhale, arch the back, touch your big toe to the floor. One more like this. Exhaling as the knee comes in. Inhaling as you arch. Exhale, knee to chest. Listen up. Inhale, slide that leg long all the way to the floor and arch. Exhale, bring the knee in, flatten the back. Inhale, slide the foot. Lengthen the leg. Nice arch. One more here. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Listen up. Inhale. Lengthen that leg along the floor. Hold it there. Exhale. Flatten the back toward the floor. So your leg is straight. Inhale, arch all on one side. Exhale, flatten. Inhale. Exhale. And then neutral spine, straighten the left leg. And just notice if you feel any difference one side to the other. Maybe one hip is hiked up higher than the other, one leg feels tighter or looser, or maybe you feel nice and even. Deep breath in, deep breath out. And then bend both knees, going to the other side. So we're starting with a nice neutral spine. As you exhale, flatten the back, bring the left knee toward your chest. Inhale, arch, tap your big toe to the floor. Exhale, stay with your breath, everybody. Don't speed this up. Good. Inhale, tap. Exhale, hold that knee to chest for a second. And then inhale, arch the back, straighten the leg along the floor. Exhale, slide the foot back in, bring the knee to chest. Inhale. Exhale. One more like this. And then inhale, slide that foot, lengthen. As you exhale, keep the leg there, but exhale, flatten the back. Inhale, arch. Exhale, flatten. One more. And exhale. Release neutral spine, straighten the right leg, everybody. Hands to your belly, nice inhale. And exhale. Bend both knees, both feet come to the floor. Going back to the right leg, a little bit of a combo here. So inhale, just arch your back. Exhale, tuck and bring the knee to chest. Inhale, straighten the leg up to the ceiling. Exhale, bend that knee back to chest. Inhale, lengthen it along the floor, arch your back. Exhale, flatten your back. Inhale, arch. Exhale, knee to chest. Good, let's do that again. Inhale, tap your foot. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, straighten the leg. Exhale, bend the knee to chest. Inhale, slide that leg along the floor. Exhale, just flatten the back. Inhale, arch. Exhale, knee to chest. Just one more. Inhale, tap your toe. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, straighten the leg up to the ceiling. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, lengthen that leg long. Arch. Exhale, flatten the back to the floor. Inhale, arch again. Exhale, knee to chest. And release both legs nice and straight. Check out one side to the other. Breathe, soft shoulders. Both feet to the floor. Let's see if we can do that on the other side. It's always a little coordination test for me to say it and do it and remember it. All right, so here we go. Arch. Exhale, left knee to chest. Flat back. Inhale, tap your toe. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, lengthen the leg. Exhale, knee to chest flat. Inhale, slide the leg long along the floor. Exhale, keep that leg but flatten the back on your exhale. Inhale, arch. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, tap your toe. Exhale, release. Knee to chest. Inhale, lengthen the leg long up toward the ceiling. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, lengthen along the floor. Exhale, flatten the back. Inhale, arch. Exhale, knee to chest. Nice job, everybody. Let's do that. I think one more round. Inhale, tap your toe. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, leg straight up. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, arch as you lengthen the leg along the floor, big length. Exhale, flatten the back. Inhale, arch. Exhale, knee to chest. And straighten both legs. Well done. Shake that out, everybody. Stay with me. It will get more interesting if you don't find this interesting. And bend both legs. We're almost done with that. If your hands are on your belly, place your hands down along your sides. Maybe hang on to the edges of your yoga mat. Just a soft, don't over grip, but just hold on to that. And then push your hands away from you and notice that your spine gets a little bit longer. Good. Both knees come to chest. Watch your backs here. If it hurts your lower back, you're going to take it one leg at a time. As you inhale, tap both feet, both toes to the floor. Exhale, bring the knees to chest, flatten your back. Inhale, both legs up. Exhale, both knees to chest. Mindful here. Tap the toes, straighten the legs, arch your back. Exhale, flatten the back from here. Big exhale. Inhale, arch. Exhale, slide both knees up, knees to chest. Good. Inhale, tap both toes. Exhale, both knees to chest. Inhale, both legs up toward the ceiling. Exhale, knees to chest. Inhale, slide the feet, lengthen the legs, flex your feet. Exhale, tuck the ribs belly down to the floor. Inhale, arch. Exhale, slide those knees to chest. We got one left. We're doing three of each. Inhale, tap your toes. Exhale, knees to chest. Inhale, lengthen the legs up to the ceiling. Flex your feet here, everybody. Exhale, knees to chest. Inhale, slide and arch. Exhale, flatten down. Inhale, arch. And exhale, knees to chest. Hold those knees here, rock side to side, everybody. Shake it all out. And then place both feet on the floor. If your mat is still curled under and you want to flatten it, we're not doing any more sliding. So you could flatten your mat if you would like. And breathe. Good. So feet are on the floor. Want you to lengthen your tailbone as if you were going to go into a tuck and lift the hips. Press up, bridge pose. And then slowly lower down. I want you to tap your hips or your sacrum. So a little arch. And then inhale or exhale, lift. Inhale, just tap. Don't overarch. Exhale, lift. Inhale, tap. Exhale, lift. Inhale, little tap, little arch. And exhale, lift. Inhale, tap. This is our last one. You're going to hold. Take the hips up. Find bridge pose. Don't go to your biggest, strongest bridge pose. Just hold right here. Shoulders are on the floor. I want you to pulse up for 10. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower all the way down, all the way. Bring your knees to your chest. And on your exhale, feet back to the floor. Good. Hands are down at your sides, palms are face down. Press into your feet as you inhale. Lift the hips, lift the arms, take them behind your head. And on the exhale, you're going to lower. Inhale, big breath, everybody. Exhale, lower. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. Big deep breaths. Inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, lower those hands and hips. Last one. Exhale, lower. And release. Find your breath. We got one more here. Knees can come to chest. You can roll the knees. Nice little circles. Roll the other way. All right, last set here. Now, either you're going to do what we did the first bridge, which is lift and lower, or you're going to add a knee to this, right? So it won't be lovely, a little bit more core work, a little bit more glute work. So first, lengthen that tailbone so the low back is a little flatter. Lift the hips. We're going to do the first one slow. Push into your right foot. Take the left knee to your chest. Straighten the leg as if you were going to put it on the floor. Bring it to your chest. Place the foot back on the floor and lower the hips. Good. When you're ready, lift the hips, everybody. Either both feet stay down or right knee to chest. Straighten the right leg long. Bring that knee back to chest and place the foot on the floor on purpose. Lower down. All right, let's go. Lift the hips. Bring the left knee to your chest. Press the leg long. Bring it back in. Lower the foot. Come on down. Lift the hips. Right knee to chest. Straighten the leg. Keep pushing in that left foot. Bring the knee to chest. Lower the foot. Lower the hips. One more, both sides. Lift. Left knee in. Left leg long. Left knee in. Lower the foot. Release. Lift the hips. Last one. Right knee to chest. Lengthen that leg. Bring it back in. Lower the foot. Lower those hips, everybody. Bring the knees to your chest. Rock it out a little bit. And then grab your strap. Take the strap around your right foot. Take the right leg up to the ceiling. Stretch out that hamstring. Notice how you're feeling, how the leg's feeling, how the back of the leg in particular is feeling. And then flex and point your right foot. Just flex and point, particularly that flex, right? We want to stretch out the back of the calf muscles, the Achilles, that Achilles tendon going all the way to the heel, wrapping around the heel. And when that gets tight, we have a little bit more trouble with flexing the feet. Good. And then leave that foot flexed. Hang on to your strap. Straighten the left leg. I want you to do a little bit of an arch with your back. What that's going to do is flatten your left leg, make it longer. Breathe, and then see if you can keep that thigh down toward the floor, but bring the leg up a little higher. It may or may not. Both legs are active, both feet are flexed. Find your breath. And then both knees to chest. Well done. Release your strap. When you're ready, let's switch sides. Your right foot is on the floor. The left leg goes up toward the ceiling. Breathe. Whoo. You can tell which side is tighter. Breathe, everybody. Maybe straighten the right leg. And then point and flex your left foot. That's it. And then flex both feet. I want you to arch your back so that the right leg maybe goes longer, right? Because there's that psoas along the front of the right hip, deep in the belly, all the way up to the 12th thoracic vertebra. So we've just given it a little bit of space, but then we're going to try to tuck down through the belly and keep that leg nice and long. Find your breath. And release. Bend those knees, both knees to chest. Set your strap aside. And rock side to side. Go ahead and roll those knees over to one side. Pause for just a second. And come on up all the way. Ooh, good. Nice job, everybody. It's kind of interesting, right? To slow things down, which is what's been happening for me for quite a while now, a few weeks. We get to explore a little bit more. So I'm going to take my blanket and just place it on the mat because I'm going to sit on it. You may want to do the same thing. We're going to be on our behinds for a little bit, and we don't want to hurt them. Good. And Carrie, you may have to flatten yours up just a little bit. Yeah, more square, less, yeah. Good. So once again, I want you to get this sense of what's happening with the spine, the low back, the pelvis, right? We call this the hips, but really we're talking about the pelvis. Take your hands, let's go underneath your knees. and hold on underneath them, and then just round the back, maybe tuck the chin if it's okay for your neck. And then pull on those knees to lift up, arch, maybe lift the chin a little bit. Good, just a couple of these. Still cat cowing, right? And reach up, pull. I'm getting a cramp in my calf. Sorry about that. And exhale and pull and lift the chest. Take both hands behind you. If your hands land on your blanket, just put them on your mat. And then bring your knees to your chest, tuck in. Exhale, lift out. So modification of boat, right? Exhale, tuck in. Exhale, lift out. Good. Let's do 3 more. Tuck and lift. Lift that chest. Squeeze in. Extend out. Little bit of core. Exhale and out. And then just bend the knees, drop the feet, wrap those hands around, lift your chest. Now we're starting to warm up a little bit. Big deep breath. And then lean back, come on down to your elbows. Now, again, if elbows are touchy or painful, just take your blanket under the elbows. My fingertips are resting right about where my hips are. Bring your knees to your chest. One leg, press it out. Bring both knees to your chest. Reach with the other leg. Both knees to chest. Try both legs. Inhale, knees. Right leg only. Inhale, knees. Left leg only. Inhale, both legs straight. Let's do 3 more. Press out through the right. Really press out. Get good extension here. Press out through the left. Bring them both in. Both legs straight. Say good morning to your bellies. Woo. Right leg. Inhale. Left leg. Inhale. Both legs. And in. I think we got 2 rounds left. Press out right. Press out left. Press out both if you can. And in. Last set here, everybody. Reach. And reach. And both. Bend the knees. Press yourself up. Shake all that out. Woo! Take the arms out if you can and find boat pose. Your legs can be straight. Your knees can be bent. Your heels can be on the floor. Wherever you are, finding that core. Breathe and release. Woohoo! Love core work. Got to do it every day. Good. Let's straighten those legs out in front of you. And just maybe lean back and point flex, shake it out, circle the ankles. Whew. And then find Dandasana pose. Dandasana. So staff pose, legs are straight, feet are flexed. I must be getting warm. Fire up the legs, everybody. Place the hands beside you. Feel the shoulders draw down. Lift through the chest, but nice tone to the belly. And again, notice what do you feel in your back? Dandasana can be a tricky pose for a lot of people because the pelvis doesn't tilt forward. So then they round in the lower back. If that is the case, I would bend my knees and feel that nice lift. And then just see, could I get some straightening there and keep that pose? Take the arms up. Seat the shoulders, but then lift the chest. Hold on to the beach ball, tone your belly. Good. Optional here, one you're here, 2, slide one knee up. Lift, extend, and lower. Same leg 3 times. Take it in, lift, extend, woo, lower, bring it in, lift, extend, and lower. Lift tall, Exhale the hands down. Roll the shoulders. Go to the other side. Arms up. By the way, arms are optional. It does make it a little harder. Lift up through the chest. Flex your feet. Other leg. Slide it in. Lift it up. Extend it out. Whew, and lower. It does not have to go high. Take it in. Lift. Press. And lower. Last one. In you go. Lift the heel, straighten the leg and lower. Lift tall, everybody. And exhale, let go, roll that out. Bend both knees, take them out to Baddha Konasana. Let's just give those hips a little rest, a little relief. And then I'll mirror here, keep your left knee bent, straighten the right. So let's come right to Janu. Again, finding if you can, and the blanket, by the way, can help. We don't use these blankets nearly as much as we should. If you're having trouble tilting your pelvis forward, you can use your blanket, sit on the edge. So right away, there's this, oh, look at that. Then the knee bends. I would take a block to the outside of the knee, even if you don't need it. Good. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, float down. Keep it wide. Take the hands down, isometrically drag the fingers toward you, lengthen through the chest. And imagine somebody is just pushing on your extended leg's foot, drawing it back into the hip socket. Good. Soften the shoulders, everybody. Just start to wiggle your way forward. Don't overdo it. Watch your back. And breathe. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Good. I want you to slide up. Listen up. If it's my right leg, I'm going to take my right hand, lift, extend, and reach behind. So it's this kind of weird seated twist. We're opening up to the side of that extended leg. Breathe. Watch that you're not over cranking on the neck. Let your torso do the work, and your neck is just kind of going along for the ride. You're not forcing the neck to turn. Release, take that back hand, lift it up, take it back to the floor, and release your pose, shake it out. Good. Come back to Baddha Konasana. Soles of the feet together. Just shake that baby out. Nice lifted chest. You're going to take the block to the other side and then straighten your left leg. Again, I'm mirroring here in case that's confusing. Sit up really tall. Take the arms up. Exhale, float it down. Check out this side, right? So we are rarely symmetrical beings. Usually one side is tighter than the other, one side stronger than the other, more flexible than the other. So we take that into account. We give our body a chance to open up. Maybe flex that foot. When we flex the foot, we engage the front of the leg, allowing the back of the leg to maybe open up a little bit. Breathe. Try to take some of the rounding out of the low back or the upper back. And just kind of wiggle in. I always remember a long, long time ago that it was a street fair or something. And I saw this man come into a forward fold and he was standing and he just started to wiggle and wiggle and wiggle and it got lower and lower and lower. And then, of course, all of a sudden his head was somewhere between his legs looking the other way. And but I was admiring the wiggling. It's like giving the body permission to allow the stretch. Good, nice deep breath, everybody. Good. Take that torso up. Whew. Stretch it out. What did we do? Yeah. Slide. Thank you, John. Oh, thank you, John. I'm like, I know we did something and I can't remember what. Take the same side arm. This is why it really helps to see people. Good. Take that arm back, come into a nice, easy seated twist. Nice flex to the long leg. Remember not to crank on the neck. Use the belly button or the center of the chest as your guide. Deep breath. Come back to center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, release both legs. Come back to Dandasana. Flex the feet, everybody. All right, we got one more here, and then we're going to get moving up off our butt. So hands down, shoulders lifted, chest lifted. Take, if you can, you're going to take both legs up. You're going to take them both out. I love doing this without hands if you can. If you cannot, don't worry about it. So everything stays lifted. The belly is toned. Bring the knees together. Slide them out. Good. Bring them in. Open them up. Bring them in. Slide them out. Good. Let's do 3 more. Slide. And I kind of more lift than slide because it depends on your surface. Good. And in. Open nice and wide. Bring them in. Straighten. Good. Last one. Bring them in. Open. Bring them in. Straighten. Find Dandasana. Lift tall. Hands down to your sides. Draw the shoulder blades back. Flex your feet. Shake out any tension there and let it go. Shake that all out, everybody. Well done. A lot of floor work today, I know. Take your blanket where your knees would end up, and let's come to table pose. You should not need your blocks, but you can put them at the front if you would like. You can even put your hands on your blocks if you would like. Good. So we're going to play still again with what we started with. Make sure your hands, wrists, shoulders all feel good. You're nice and lined up. You're using your back, upper back to support your pose here. And then just press out through the left leg. Lift the left leg, tone the belly in. Starting easy. Exhale, bring that knee to chest. Inhale, lengthen and lift, point your toes. Exhale, flex your foot. Bring the knee toward chest, tuck your chin, lift, point. Good. One more. Tuck in and lift and point. And then just drop those toes, the left side, to the floor. I want you to tuck in. Keep the leg grounded. Tuck in. Maybe look back at your foot. And then inhale, arch like a half side cat-cow. Exhale, curl. Inhale, lift. Last one. Exhale. Inhale, lift. Come to a neutral spine. Got to tuck that belly in. Squeeze the hip, the glute. Extend through the right leg, and let's find plank pose. Plank pose. Breathe. Belly's toned in. Shoulders are working. Arms are supporting your pose. Lower one knee. Lower the other knee. Maybe sit back in child's pose or hero pose. And take a moment. Again, deep breath in, deep breath out. Let's go right to the other side. Again, remember hands, wrists, chatty. You can take it down to elbows or take hands up to blocks. Just be mindful. All right, right leg down, right leg out. Belly squeezes in. We lift on purpose, engaging that glute. Keep the foot flexed. Draw the knee to your chest. Inhale, point the toes. Lift the leg, lift the chin. Exhale, flex. Bring it in. Inhale, lift. One more. Exhale. Inhale, point and lift. Flex the foot, level those hips, tone the belly, and then drop those toes to the floor. Here we're doing that half-sided cat-cow. So exhale as you tuck. Inhale as you lift. Exhale, tuck. Inhale, lift. Last one. Exhale, tuck it in, everyone. Inhale, lift, little bit of an arch. Exhale, neutral, press into the foot, fire up that leg, lift the other knee off the floor. Ooh, plank pose. Find your breath. Let's use that strength. Squeeze through the hips and the glutes. Fire up the legs like they're in Dandasana. And lower knees. Whew. Child's pose, hero pose. Any other pose that feels good to you right now. Shake out those wrists. Maybe give them a little squeeze, right? Find your breath. All right, back to table pose, but we're going right to right leg forward. Now go ahead and grab your blocks and place your hands on your blocks. In fact, I take them up nice and high. Back glute squeezes, we know all that. Your front knee to your front ankle. Find that nice stretch through the front of the left leg, right? Tapping into quad, maybe some into the psoas. Only if your knee allows, go ahead and bend your back knee because, right, the quadriceps, they get tight. Quads here, right? Thigh muscles, they get tight. And it's tricky to stretch them, but this is one way to stretch them. If you want, you can point and flex your foot while you're there. Big, deep breath. And then lower that leg. Make sure the back knee feels good. Take your hands to your knee. Lift your chest. Inhale the arms up. As you exhale, you're going to bring those elbows to your sides and you're going to tuck your chest down. So bringing those hands back. Bring the elbows in. Take the arms up. So again, moving through this kind of weirdish cat-cowy upper back, lower back. Good. Last one. Bring it back. Take it up. Exhale your hands back to your blocks. Switch sides. Bring the right leg back. Take the left foot forward. It is just amazing. So 10 hours in a car. How tight. Tight, 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 tight. All right. Open the shoulders. Try not to overly depend on your blocks. Keep it light. Only if you want. Bend the back knee. Don't have to, right? But for me, that really gets a nice stretch into the quad. And then maybe you point and flex. Point, flex. Good, breathe. And then lower that foot. Find yourself nice and steady. Make sure the knees are wide enough. Hands to your knee. Take the arms up. Little bit of an arch. Exhale, elbows train back. Chest drops. Take it up. Woo-hoo. Exhale down. Last one. Take it up. Exhale down. And then take those hands back to your blocks. Switch sides one more time. Well, one more time on this side. Here we are again. Nice little stretch. Bend the back knee if you want. Breathe. And then lower. Here's your choice. You're going to stay where you were for that first side, right? Stay with the blocks higher and your back knee on the floor. Or you're going to lower the blocks by one. Lift your back knee off the floor. Squeeze your glute. Make sure your pose is wide enough. Take your hands to your knee. Lift your chest. Take the arms up. This is balance work. Please be mindful. Elbows come in, chest drops. Inhale, lift up. 3 of these. Exhale down. Inhale, lift. Exhale down. Take your hands right to your blocks, whether your back knee is up or down, does not matter. Straighten the front leg. Soften the shoulders away from your ears, lengthen your torso. Big deep breath. Bend your front knee, listen up. One, you're here, you're going to hang out here. Two, you're going to walk those blocks forward, push off and lift your back leg. Find your breath. Hold your pose. See if you can level out the hips. Bend your front knee, trickiest part. Step in that foot back behind you again. Walk your blocks back. Lower your left knee. Switch side. Take your time always, right? We always want good alignment first. We want movement second. So once again, blocks are high or medium. Bend your back knee. Let's just stretch that quad. Release. Lift the knee. Squeeze the inner thighs toward each other. Your back knee can be on the floor. Take your hands to your knee. Lift your chest. Take the arms up. When you're ready, elbows in, press the elbows back, the chest lowers, and take it up. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale, lower. Take your hands right to your blocks. Option, oh, your front leg, almost forgot that one. And like, there's one more thing. Straighten the front leg, level the hips, lengthen your torso. Find your breath. And optional, bend your front knee, everybody. Walk those blocks forward. Push off your back leg, lift, hold. You've got it. Listen up this time. You're just going to drop that foot next to the other. Take your hands to your knees. Come on up to standing. Right? Like, holy moly. All right. If your blanket's on your mat, you might want to move it out of the way. You might want to take a little sip of water or tea. Take a block and just place it between the thighs just to give your legs a little love. Squeeze in, look at your feet. They should be even and parallel to each other. Maybe roll the shoulders. Think Dandasana, just take the arms over the head. Mountain pose here. Squeeze your block. And release. And let go. Take that block out. Chair pose, right? So some similar things, right? As far as the torso and keeping that chest lifted if you can. And one of my favorite ways to think about it is one hand to chest, the other hand to your sacrum. And as the chest lifts, the tailbone actually lengthens down. We don't want a flat back, but we don't want kind of this motion either where we just sit in the lower back. So let's take the hands to your sides. Lift the arms all the way. Exhale your hands to your heart and come on down to a little squat. Now remember, you have to sit the hips back. You don't want your knees going past your toes or even with the toes. You want the knees to sit back. So then one hand to chest, one hand to tailbone or to sacrum, and just lengthen both in opposite directions. And then take the arms up. Think again here, right? A little bit of a back arch. The upper back is open, the chest is lifted. Same motion, hands, elbows to your sides, and then stretch the arms back as if you were going to take off. Bend the elbows, lift if you need to straighten the legs in between, that's okay. We're only doing 3. Exhale, elbows in, press the arms back, bring them back in, lift. Whoo, yeah, say good morning to your legs. Last one, squeeze, lift, listen up, balance work. See if you can lift heels off the floor. Breathe. Lower the heels, stand all the way up. Exhale, let go. Fun, fun, fun. How's the backs feeling, right? How's everything kind of feeling? Hopefully, no worse, same or better, right? But learning how to stay out of the lower back in our standard poses really is so key to not having this long-term achy, yucky stuff. All right, front of your mat. Don't need your blocks, so you can move those out of the way. Open up the shoulders. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. Chair pose, hands stay close. If you can, you're going to soften, lift your right heel, step the right heel back, but not super far. Not super far. So again, balance work if you want to be near a wall. So here we are in this kind of funky little pose where we're weighting the front leg. We're almost like we want to take off forward by lifting that back foot. So airplane pose. As we take it forward, lift the leg, extend the arms out. Hands back to heart. See if you can drop the toe. Let's just do one more. Lean forward, press back, lift the leg. Does not have to be high. Bend the knee, step back, hands to heart, and then step forward. Find your breath. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart, chair pose. Chest lifted, belly toned. Peel your left heel, and then just step back a little. So we're ready to roll, right? When you're ready, if you're ready, lean forward, take the leg up, reach the arms back, shoulder squeeze toward each other. Hands to heart, see if you can step back. Last one, lean forward, press back, breathe, and step down, and then step forward. Good job, everybody. Shake all that out. And then back to the front of your mat. Do we want to do the old man test again? You remember? All right, so last week, this is just for fun. Just for fun. Don't do it. If you have any knee issues, you are going to make your way down to the floor like the rest of us. You're not going to do what we're going to do. This is totally optional, but of course it was on the internet. They called it the old man test. I don't know why, but so what we're going to do is you're going to stand toward the back end of your mat. Please be mindful. Don't do it. You can even just watch. So no hands. That's the hard part. You're going to start to squat. If your knees allow, you're coming all the way down. One knee to the floor, other knee to the floor. Okay? Then you're going to sit down. You're going to lean to one side. You're going to take those legs out. No hands. You think that was the easy part? It was. Cross your knees, cross your legs, roll back onto your knees. One foot out, stand up, come up. That is the John cannot roll over those hips to save his life. I don't, it's a thing. It's a thing with the hips. If you can't do it, don't worry about it. But ideally you do both sides, right? Because if you always, so you come on down, one knee, other knee, let go. Take the legs out, I know. I don't know how many of you are actually doing this with me because I know. Cross, roll over your knees, undo the cross. I always lead with my right foot. I know my left side's weaker. So stand up and stand up. Yay! And then hopefully you're all back on the floor. So come on down. It's like those little things you see, your biological age versus your chronological age, and the squat test, up and down out of a chair without using your hands. All important because if we can maintain that leg strength, we can maintain a lot more mobility and all that stuff. All right, loves. So we're going to come on down to our mats. Up to you, but you can take your blanket long just so you can lay on a nice soft blankie. And then have your blocks near you before you get too comfortable. You're going to grab those in a minute and then come on down to your backs. Make sure you're warm enough. Unless you're in Florida, then you are warm enough. The shoulders come down to the floor. Your palms are down to the sides. Your feet are on the floor. Your knees are bent. Just take a moment here. And then bring the feet wide on your mat, right to the edges. And again, unless this hurts your knees. And if it does, please don't do it. But your feet are wide. If it hurts your knees, you just don't take your feet so wide. Go ahead and drop both knees toward the right. One knee, your left knee, is going to be hanging in space. That is fine as long as it doesn't hurt. If it hurts or bothers your hips, you're just going to take a block underneath that thigh and give it a little bit of support, okay? So that it isn't just hanging, kind of stretching. Take the arms out to cactus pose and hold. Just breathe. Again, if you feel any strain in the knee, hip, or SI joint on the left side, which means that part where your lower back hits your sacrum, a block underneath that left thigh would be appropriate. All right, so we're simply going to take the the left elbow over to the right. We're just going to roll over elbow to elbow. And then we're going to open it up again. Good. So exhale as you close. Inhale as you open. 3 more. Just go slow. This is both shoulder and hip stretch. Exhale as you close over. Your nose points down toward the floor. Inhale as you open and the arm goes back to the left side. Last one. Inhale, open. Pause here and bring the knees back up. Center the hips, feet are wide, the knees go to the left. Realize that one side is different than the other. You may want to block on this side compared to the other. Elbows out to the sides, cactus pose. We're just pausing. Deep breath. And when you're ready, on your exhale, right elbow goes over to the left. We're curling over the nose, heads toward the floor, and open. Inhale, close. Inhale, open it up. Exhale, close it. Inhale, open. 2 left. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Last one. Close it up. Inhale, open, just hold here. And bring both knees up. Square the hips, square the feet. Take the left leg up toward the ceiling and then come into figure four, your left ankle above your right knee, ideally, or below the knee if you're not able to flex the knee that much. And then possibly maybe draw both knees toward your chest. Don't use your hands here. Let your hands stay on the floor. Unless you really need the hands, but then you might be forcing your pose. Breathe, shoulders down. Listen up. The knees head toward chest, flat back. Inhale, see if you can just tap your right toes to the floor. There's your arch. Exhale, bring the knees in. Inhale, point. Exhale. Inhale, last one. And then exhale. This time, go ahead and use your hands. One goes through your leg, the other one goes to the outside of your right leg, and the right leg extends up toward the ceiling. And you can point, flex, circle that right foot, right ankle. Giving our body some love. And then bend the knee. Place that foot on the floor. Release your other side. Right leg goes up. Hands are down at your sides. Bend the knee. Come to figure four on this side. Find your breath if you can. No hands. You're going to bring the knees toward your chest. Just hold here. Nice stretch for the right hip, ideally. And the knees in, back flat, and release, little arch toe tap. Exhale, tap, bring it in. Inhale, tap your toe. Exhale. Inhale, tap. And then exhale, bring the knees in, circle those arms around the left thigh. Take the left leg up toward the ceiling. And again, point and flex and circle. Circle the other way. Just get some lubrication in that ankle. Bend the knee. Place that foot on the floor. Release your pose, everyone. Grab both of your blocks if you have them. We're coming into a Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet together. The blocks supporting your legs so that this is a restorative pose as opposed to a working pose. And I want you to maybe lift your hips, lengthen that tailbone really long, and then drop the hips down so that you have a soft curve in your lumbar spine, but nothing big, nothing really archy, but just a little curve again. So your fingertips go under, your blueberries go under, whatever it is for your back. The arms either out to your sides or resting on your belly. The soles of the feet are together. And you're going to feel that breath as you exhale. Low belly tones in. Your back is not going flat for most people. You just have a neutral spine. Freeing up the belly for the breath, inhaling as the belly gets nice and round. Exhaling and letting it head toward the floor. Feel yourself start to soften. Let your legs be heavy on your blocks. Start to soften the belly and the breath and the thoughts. Breathe. Start to relax the jaw. Allow the legs to get even heavier. Allow the torso and the arms and the back of the head to get even heavier. And then options here. One, stay here because you feel just amazing. Or bring the knees together. Just slide those blocks underneath those thighs and straighten the legs over them. So for most people, this feels really good, and the pelvis can just sit heavy on the floor, legs supported, arms again back out to your sides, or maybe they're resting on the belly. And maybe we picture a cup that maybe was half full and now feels a lot closer to the top because we have honored our bodies and taken care of them. And as we move deeper into Shavasana, we allow that cup to overflow with love and gratitude. And softer still.
Those of you who are ready, if you are not ready and you can stay in Shavasana longer, please go ahead. If you are ready, go ahead and start to wiggle toes, fingers, maybe bend the knees, bring your knees to your chest.
Roll the knees over to one side.
Pause there for a moment. And then as you're ready, press all the way. Finding a seated pose that makes sense. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, right to your heart. Bow to your own inner strengths, compassion, wisdom, love. Namaste, everyone. Namaste. Namaste. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.